2.5 hours on that one level, and the game isn't even over yet. Look at Ursa Minor 11. It's been ungolded. Look at Perseus 6, ungolden. Cassiopeia 4, ungolden. And there's even a level underneath here at Orion. So there's a nice batch of new levels to do. Let's hope that all those are easier than what we just went through, because holy crap, that was insane. If you guys have not seen my upcoming video, aka the stream, there's these obelisks. And what happens when you touch them is that things will bounce, aka this orange guy and this orange house. So what that means is that this orange guy needs to get into this orange house. And in the current path, this orange guy gets into this orange house, which is a failure. So in order to beat the level now, I need to get this orange guy into this orange house. So with that in mind, let's think about how I want to do it. Pick you up, bring you here, pick you up, bring you around like this. Then I got a little bit of problem with, well, a lot of these in all honesty. This could maybe still work. Get you here. And then get you here, and then get here. This looks winning. This seems a lot easier, assuming I didn't mess up. Yeah. We're back to our normal pacing. Let's go to Delphinus next. Alright, so what's the deal here? You have got to go here. Currently, I don't even know where you go. You go here. Gotcha. So it's close. You've got to make it out here. So let's reset. Like, I have to think about the path just alone to get this guy here. Because if I pass through the back, he's just going to get dropped off here. And if I try to drop him off here first, what's going to happen? The path's going to be blocked off. Not always, though. I don't think it's always going to be blocked off. All right, let's get the two of these. Bring them to here. Seems solid. Then I've got this guy and this guy. This doesn't quite work either, because you are going to be dropped off here. And I want you to go here. So I can't actually go through like that. I could start maybe like this. That would get him there. Honestly, I don't hate it. Let's see if I can run with that. Orange in the front seat, green in the back. Or do we want green in the front seat? Because my biggest issue right now is getting a green tea here. That's what's on my mind right now. How about green in the front seat, orange in the back? So I do this, and then I actually am kind of curious where that's going to end up. Let me just run this. Does this put the green back here? Didn't think so. I wonder why it chooses that over that one. Is it just to mess with me? Is it just to make me suffer? I wonder if I can immediately rule this off. Honestly, I think I can. It's kind of complicated as to why, but these choke points make it so I can rule this start off. And obviously this loses straight up. So if I'm going, I can't go through here and I can't go through here, which means I have to go around back. And I'm pretty sure that this always loses. So the only possible start is this. There's not exactly donk potential. This isn't donking. I mean, I could technically donk like this, but I still pick up one of them in one way or another. It's not possible to miss them both. This is the only start. If I know I have to start like this, how do I have to end? Maybe I could find a fitting end. I mean, this usually makes the most sense. Then how would I get this one filled by another orange without blocking the path? I think it's really easier to go forwards. What the fuck? I didn't expect this one to be so tricky. I think I'm going to come back to this one. That one's hard. Really hard. Let's go to Vela. All right, what could be the deal here? You go to here. Okay, so I pick up these two. And then I drop them off like this. And then I never drop anything off here. Shit. Am I going to have to skip over this one too? I mean, granted, maybe I'm just burnt out after returning to Nova 7. Maybe if I come at this with a fresh new perspective, maybe I'll just crush it. Things that absolutely need to happen. We need to go through here. I would say we almost end here too. I am willing to bet this is probably how it ends. It's just you have to be in the front seat with this, because if I'm to end like this, the path has to go like this, which means you're in the back. So what if that means it doesn't end like this? Yeah, what if that rules this out entirely? Because this will never... Wait, I could force this in the front seat. Can I? Hold on, there's got to be a way to force this in the front seat. So the front seat guy would have to be dropped off. So what I was thinking about was we end on this, and we have the train state for when this is reached be front seats empty, where back seats filled. Now, how do I get to that state? Because, I mean, prior to all this, I have to go through here, and I can't have that state without filling in this guy. So I wonder if I can rule out this ending. So then if I rule out the ending, the only other way back here is like this, which blocks this. I do feel like I may be at the donk at some point. Wish I could actually do this.
3 plus 0 equals 30.
Yeah, checks out. All right, is there any pathing besides this that hits both ways? Like, it seems like I have to do this loop and I have to do this loop. All right. One more level. Come on, just something easy. Cassiopeia, do me a solid, please. Come on. Shit. Okay, let's try a different one. Ursa Minor looks tough. Taurus, how about that? Oh god, this can't possibly be good. Mega fuck this. Okay, they're all ass. Maybe Ursa Minor's not bad. It's bad. Oh, that almost works. You know what? This one actually might not suck. Let's just reset. See, I want to start like this, but then this guy never gets home. He's got to get there somehow. If I start here, then I can never pick up you. All right, here's an idea. Drop him off here, and then we've got him. There we go. Well, we've almost got him. We've almost got him. It's pretty close. It's got to be close. Yeah, I mean, this start, it seems good, but when it's this simple, you know you're for a bad time. All right, hear me out. We take the long way around. And I mean long. Honestly, I like this. I just don't love it yet. Because I have to end like this. What if I drop you off and then pick you up? Ooh. Let's run it. Hey, we got the goods. That's a win. Turns out the penultimate level of a section was the easiest level to do an obelisk for. Cassiopeia. This one might not be as hard. I did see this one before, but I immediately backed out because I just didn't want to bother. This one might not be as hard as the others. So, 2 orange guys, and they got to go into the houses that are next to them. Something tells me that this orange guy is going to end up in this house, and this orange guy in this house. Can't say why, it's just a gut feeling. But right now, he ends up here, and he ends up here. Right, so I got to modify this. Thing is, I actually don't even see any other start besides this. The only issue is, like, I can't go here, because then you never get picked up. And then if I pick up you like this, it doesn't matter. I mean, you're going to be in the front seat. So I gotta like drop you off here and then, well, what the fuck? I could do something like this as an interesting start. I could just get them out of the way. Don't hate it, don't love it. Actually, really don't love it. It's exceptionally bad, but you know, it gets the dudes in the house. What if I take a really long way around? The single choke point just hurts. And I so badly want to start by picking these up. And I'm sure maybe that's even correct, but I just don't know. So another thing I can do is something like so. Not terrible, but now I've only 1 choke point here. So the minute I pass through, it's over. Let's reset. I feel like I'm kicking myself by not pulling out the MS Paint here. Maybe I could work backwards. So this is the world where the ending is of the utmost importance. You cannot end with both purples in the vehicle, because the vehicle will not be able to exit before the vehicle will be stopped by the door before the second purple can get into the house. So you have to drop off one of the purples ahead of time. All right, let's figure out all the ways we can start. We're going to go alien by alien. If we start by grabbing this alien, we automatically lose. If I start by grabbing this alien, if I go down, I lose because I never get this top guy. So if I grab this alien, and it's symmetrical, so technically there's only 3 ways to start. So if I grab this alien, I have to go up. If I go down, I always lose. There is no way around it. 100% loss. So then what? It's not like I could just hit this house. I hit this, I lose. So let's say I ignore this house. But then I also lose. So if I hit this house or if I ignore this house, I lose. Which means I can't start with this alien. Okay, sure. So let's start with this alien. I think we can guarantee we have to start with this alien. All right, let's try going up first. We hit this house. It's a house. We hit it. It's not a bad house to hit, all things considered. Hell, let's even pick up a purple on the way. I mean, purple's not going to this house, but this is going to be a house that happens at the very end. What needs to happen at some point is that I need to pick up this guy. It doesn't matter what I do in between, but at some point, I need to pick up this guy. And the second I come to pick up this guy, I never access this house. And that happens no matter what I do when coming up. I could do something like this, You know, take the long way around, but it doesn't matter because I'm always blocked off. It seems to me that picking you and going up is always losing. All right, so now we have the only solution. Picking this up, going down, therefore picking this up. The very next thing we need to do, and this is mandatory, is hitting either this house or this house. Because if we hit this house, we lose. So here's what I'm feeling. We come around, I drop you off here. I don't hate this, but I don't love it either. All right, it's time to pull out the MS Paint. So what I like to do when I pull this out, I like to draw kind of an abstract version of the line. And this worked really well with Crossroads because I could kind of simplify it to an idea. What I want to do is just kind of use a line to just create a simpler version of the level. There's 3 ways to start. We pick up this guy, or this guy, or this guy. This guy automatically fails pretty much always, so we can rule that out. So I start with this guy. Now there's 2 ways to get him, going this way or going this way, which form a heart. If I went this way, how it would need to go exactly would have to be like, oh wait, no wait, this always blocks me off, because then the 1 choke point's gone, then I can't get back. So the only other thing I can think of is, no, I keep coming back to this always has to fail mathematically. The purples eliminate so many choke points. I've never been more convinced than anything that I can't start with purples. Let's go back to our good start. This is my good start. There's also the possibility that we do exactly the same on the right side, but I'm gonna be honest, chat, this map could not possibly get more symmetrical. What do I accomplish by starting on the right that I don't accomplish starting on left? It just doesn't make any sense. All right, here's what I'm thinking about. So we pick up you and we bring you here. That's what I'm thinking about. Take you, bring you there. So right now I have 2 purple guys in, so let's change that. Let's make it 1 purple guy. You go here, and then I have you, and you're gonna have to go here. That should work, because you're gonna be in the back seat. Why don't I just do it like this? Run it. Jesus Christ. I don't even know what clicked for me. Alright, well maybe with that in mind I can go back to Delphinus. You have to go here. He has to go here. It's just a single dude now. Now, there's only 3 I can possibly start with. This guy, or this guy. I think what I need to think about is which aliens do I pick up in order. So the first one has to be one of these 3, because if I decide to ignore them and start with this, it's just losing. Either start with you, or start with you. All right, so let's start with the green guy first. Green's in the front seat then, and I probably should be a good boy and pick up 2. But that's the fucking thing. That's where this game gets you. Maybe it's better to pick up 1. But then I'm stuck picking up 1 for the rest of the game because that 1 happens to be a green one. All right, so then there's 2 options for what to pick up next. Either I pick up this guy or I pick up this guy. This guy's just so much more simple. Because if I have to come back to pick up the other one at some point, it is such a shorter trip to go from this cluster of houses to this guy than it is to this guy. Because coming back to get to this guy means that I will have to draw a line to here. Whereas coming back to get the other guy means I could use this space above. So picking up these 2 makes so much sense. So then I have 2 options. Drop them both off or drop 1 off. If I am to drop 1 off, I mean, I could do something like so. But then I block this entire back path. So the benefit of doing this would mean that I immediately go to pick up this guy. Can I rule out that start? Because I can't go through here. This is losing. Here is losing. And those are my only options. So this is losing. Let's say that maybe we go to a different house, just dropping off 1. Again, this is losing. So then there's the thought of like going to a different guy. And I could drop him off here. This is so inefficient. I actually have lost now because I definitely can't get this guy. Here's why this is losing. Because we need to come back to get this guy. And coming back to get him requires 3 tracks. And we only have 2 choke points. We have to come in. We have to come out. And then we have to go to the exit. So it needs 3 choke points. So this is losing. And in fact, going to pick up any of these is similar idea losing. Maybe picking up this guy is not losing. So he's in the back seat, which is important. I don't know. This also feels losing. I could drop off the green guy, but then I immediately lose because he goes in the wrong house. And if I try to drop him off, that loses. So I think I can rule off dropping off just 1. So I could try dropping off exactly 2. There's 2 ways to go about this. One's going through here. We do that. And you know what? It's cool. We're chilling. We got a train track back here, which is actually the most awkward part of all this. So what sucks about this, I guess it doesn't suck that much. I have to pick up these two now. I have to pretty much pick up these two. There's no way around it. And dropping off these two is cool until you realize that this guy goes in the wrong house, and we've now lost. This is kind of losing as well. Just going through here, because I have to drop one of them off now, and the second I do that means I can't get you to here. So let's try the other way to drop these two off, which is here. Or if I dare doing this. I don't hate it. So here's what's wrong with this. Getting both of these oranges is only possible if a train with two oranges comes through and loops around to back here. One entrance, one exit. And that's not possible because a green is already boarded. So the only other way to drop it off would be, well, of course, here. Okay, you know what? That's pretty normal. Well, now we go up back and we pick up this guy and we pick up this guy. Our two favorite dudes. I could drop you off here, but then picking up the both of these kind of sucks. So I think I can actually rule out the green-orange start. So the other start is obviously this, and this has been my favorite start for every time I've been through this level. This has been my favorite start. I've enjoyed it a lot, but the only option I've actually explored further is going here, which is cool, actually. I mean, this drops this off here, and I'm gonna come back to this because I enjoy this start quite a lot. I think it's a very strong start. So what's annoying is that this house is way more annoying than you may think. Let's consider this. Let's consider we've drawn this path. This path is cool and all that. What would we do next? Two options. Green and an orange, or another two oranges. Just fucking knock out all the oranges and do a total of 3 trips. What could possibly go wrong? It seems pretty solid, right? We have to think of how we're dropping this off. Can't drop it off like this because we'd never access this house ever. So we would have to drop it off like this, which is bad. Because how are we accessing this? We come through one end, can't come out. So I think we could rule out the quad orange start. So now we do a mix. We could mix like this. So now we drop one off here and we come through here. So this is what sucks. This is what sucks. I've tried this before, and let me show you guys what happens. See that? The unfortunate house is the one gets hit. So I'm pretty sure the way things are decided is I'm pretty sure it checks the house to the right first. So I feel like if I go this way, it will end up in this edge house. Let me actually test that. That's what I think would happen. Yep. So what's cool about that is that it goes in the nice house, but what sucks about that is now we're stuck. This loses because, I mean, this guy goes in this house. I mean, that's just textbook losing. And it loses for other reasons. Even if we didn't have the obelisks, this is still losing because we have 3 houses that can only be accessible by this path, and it's a 2-car train. What really sucks is that this is the only clean drop-off. This is the only thing that doesn't instantly lose to choke points. I mean, I guess I could just very carefully go through the options starting here to find out what I missed. Is there any other possible start that doesn't instantly lose the choke points? There's this start again. Again? Wait. There is this start just period. I don't hate this start. Hold on. Drop you off, pick you up, hit the 2 of you, come back around to here. This one is actually probably it. Holy fuck. Yay! By God, this is difficult. Alright, back to Vela. This level was pretty nuts. This level was challenging because you have to get this guy here. So, I guess if we're going by the choke points thing, here's a total amount of choke points to get on the right side of the bushes. We have 1 here, 1 here, 1 here, and then 1 here, 1 here. So we basically have 5 choke points. So we have to come across, go back, come back, and then end for 5. So we pick up 2, we come back, and then we maybe pick up 1 and come back because we can get this guy to this house really easily. Let's start by maybe picking up these 2. And now I cannot go like this because this guy will never be picked up. So this is losing, meaning that this is our only option now. What's funny is that we only have 3 choke points now. If we ever wanted to get to the exit, here, here, and here are now our only choke points. So then there's this classic start. And now we have eliminated 3 choke points. So that's pretty losing. Is there a way that I can only consume 1 choke point? Well, so I like this because this consumes 1 choke point. We still, no, we have 2 choke points, but we've done 2 choke points worth of actions. So now we have here, here, and here as choke points. If I go like this, then I, only have 1 choke point left. I mean, this is just losing. So we would have to come around like here. So it's simple. We end like this. It turns out that we never had 5 choke points in the first place. Turns out that we only have 4 choke points. So is it possible to even draw a line through all 5 choke points? Maybe that's how I need to approach it. Because here, I can't use both of these choke points. I can only use one or the other, just because of the amount of space. So is it possible to draw a line through all 5 choke points? So this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, 4, 5. That's how you draw the line between all 4. Or all 5. This is the most dog shit thing I've ever seen. Because, like, we pick up this guy and then we do the most useless shit here. Is there another way to draw it? Like, say, if this one goes to this choke point, then I could, at some point, happen to have a line that does that. Like, at some point do this. Which, it's kind of almost close, funny enough. It's like almost, it almost does something. And by almost, I mean it really doesn't. I feel like this is not far off, though. Like, hear me out. What about this? Ah, fuck you. You need to be picked up first. Hold on. Hold on. This has to be it, right? Hey, we've done it. Alright, something's hit. The second I started thinking about choke points, I've been knocking these out of the park. 3 hard-ass levels have been taken down. Thank God.